Hi, thank you for joining me for another edition of Insight from my book, where we explore ideas that strengthen our leadership, deepen our understanding, and inspire us to become wiser citizens in an ever changing world. Whether you are joining us from New York or California, Texas or Florida, Alaska or Hawaii, or from American communities serving, studying, working, or living abroad, I am honored to have you with us today. My name is Reverend Dr. Clarence R. Pearson, Sr. I am a pastor, researcher, leadership consultant, public policy observer, and author with a passion for helping individuals, communities, institutions, and nations grow through wisdom, ethical leadership, responsible citizenship, and informed decision making. Today, I would like to share another important insight from my latest book, Neither Left Nor Right: The Battle for America's Democratic Soul. Our focus today comes from Chapter 3, The Digital Battlefield. The central lesson of this chapter is both timely and sobering. The greatest battle for America's future may no longer be fought on physical battlefields. It is increasingly being fought on our phones, our computers, and in our minds. The new battlefield has no borders. Throughout history, nations defended themselves by protecting their borders. They built forts, maintained armies, protected coastlines, secured airspace. Today, many of the greatest threats to democratic societies cross no physical border at all. They travel through smartphones, social media platforms, video sharing apps, podcasts, artificial intelligence, and digital networks that connect billions of people in real time. The battlefield has changed. Instead of competing for territory, people now compete for attention. Instead of conquering land, they seek to influence opinions. Instead of destroying infrastructure, they often seek to undermine confidence. The most valuable resource in today's information age is no longer simply data, it is trust. Algorithms were designed to keep our attention. Most social media platforms were created to connect people, but their business model depends upon keeping us engaged. The longer we stay online, the more advertisements we see, the more profitable the platform becomes. To accomplish this, sophisticated algorithms study our behavior. They learn what captures our attention, what makes us laugh, what makes us angry, what keeps us scrolling. Then they show us more of it. The algorithm is not inherently liberal. It is not inherently conservative. It is designed primarily to maximize engagement. Unfortunately, outrage often keeps people engaged longer than understanding. Conflict often spreads faster than cooperation. Emotion often travels farther than careful analysis. Without realizing it, we can gradually become trapped inside digital echo chambers that reinforce what we already believe while filtering out perspectives we need to hear. Misinformation is more dangerous than many realize. One of the greatest challenges of the digital age is not simply false information, it is the speed with which false information travels. A misleading headline can circle the world before a correction is ever published. A manipulated video can shape public opinion within hours. A conspiracy theory repeated often enough can begin to feel credible. The challenge is no longer access to information. The challenge is discerning which information deserves our trust. Responsible citizenship requires more than reading headlines. It requires asking important questions. Who published this? Is it verified? What evidence supports the claim? Could there be another perspective? Healthy skepticism strengthens democracy. Blind suspicion weakens it. The collapse of shared reality. Democracy depends upon disagreement, but it also depends upon shared reality. Citizens may disagree about solutions, but they must still share a common commitment to facts, evidence, and objective truth. Today, Americans increasingly inhabit different information worlds. Two people can witness the same event, read entirely different news coverage, consume completely different commentary, and reach dramatically different conclusions. The result is not simply disagreement, it is competing realities. When citizens no longer agree on basic facts, compromise becomes extraordinarily difficult. Public trust begins to erode. Institutions become suspect, and democracy struggles to function effectively. Shared reality is the foundation upon which healthy democratic debate is built. Without it, even good intentions can produce misunderstanding. Lessons from Cambridge Analytica. One of the most significant examples discussed in this chapter is the Cambridge Analytica controversy during the 2016 election cycle. Regardless of political affiliation, the broader lesson extends beyond one company or one election. It demonstrated how personal data could be analyzed to understand individual preferences, fears, motivations, and behaviors. Technology itself is not the enemy. Data itself is not the enemy. The concern arises when powerful tools designed to inform begin to manipulate. When persuasion becomes psychological exploitation, democracy itself becomes vulnerable. The lesson is not to fear technology. The lesson is to use technology responsibly and to demand transparency and accountability from those who design it. Technology is a tool, not our master. Technology has accomplished extraordinary things. It has connected families across continents, expanded educational opportunities, improved healthcare, accelerated scientific discovery, created economic opportunity, given ordinary citizens unprecedented access to knowledge. These are remarkable achievements, but every powerful tool requires wisdom. A hammer can build a home, it can also destroy one. The internet can educate, it can also deceive. Artificial intelligence can improve productivity, it can also spread misinformation at unprecedented speed. Technology reflects the values of those who use it, which is why character remains more important than innovation. Why this matters today. This conversation matters because every American now participates in the digital public square. Whether we post, share, comment, or simply consume information, we help shape the information environment. Every click teaches an algorithm. Every share amplifies a message. Every comment influences another person's experience. We often think democracy happens only at the ballot box. In reality, it also happens every day in the choices we make online. Digital citizenship has become an essential part of democratic citizenship. 3 questions for reflection. This week, I encourage you to ask yourself 3 simple questions. 1. Before sharing information online, do I verify its accuracy? 2. Do I intentionally expose myself to thoughtful perspectives different from my own? 3. Am I using technology responsibly, or is technology quietly shaping how I think? These questions are not designed to discourage participation, they are designed to encourage wisdom, because wisdom remains humanity's greatest technology. Why I wrote this chapter. I wrote this chapter because I believe democracy depends upon informed citizens, not manipulated citizens, not fearful citizens, not isolated citizens. Technology should strengthen democratic participation. It should never replace independent thinking. The future of America will not be determined solely by the technologies we invent. It will be determined by the character with which we use them. Our greatest safeguard has never been smarter machines. It has always been wiser people. In closing, let's quickly review today's insight. Today we learned 1. The digital world has become one of the most influential battlegrounds in modern democracy. 2. Social media algorithms are designed to maximize engagement, not necessarily understanding. 3. Misinformation spreads quickly and requires careful discernment. 4. Democracy depends upon citizens sharing a commitment to truth and factual reality. 5. Technology is a powerful tool, but wisdom must always guide its use. 6. Every American has a responsibility to practice ethical and informed digital citizenship. When these principles are embraced, technology becomes a force for education rather than division. Dialogue becomes more constructive, and democracy becomes more resilient. If today's insight has been meaningful to you, I encourage you to get a copy of my book, Neither Left Nor Right: The Battle for America's Democratic Soul. The book is available through Amazon and other major online booksellers. Simply search for my name, Clarence R. Pearson, to discover this and my other published works. After reading the book, I encourage you to leave an honest review to help other readers discover this important conversation. I would also be honored if you would follow my Amazon author page to stay informed about future books, leadership resources, civic education materials, and new releases. Before you go, please follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Together, we can promote truth over misinformation, wisdom over outrage, responsible digital citizenship over reckless engagement, and strengthen the democratic values that unite us as one nation. I have been your presenter, Reverend Dr. Clarence R. Pearson, Sr., helping you transform knowledge into wisdom, conviction into character, and citizenship into impact. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Insight from my book. Until next time, remember, democracy is not only shaped by the votes we cast, it is also shaped by the information we consume, the truth we defend, and the integrity we bring to every conversation, online and offline. God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.